seat. Save your energy. We have an hour.
I said if I was going to do TV, I was never not going to be myself.
Where are the people who are a little bit different?
You're sitting next to one on the couch. So let's just say that.
Yourself, but not too much of yourself.
Now, here's Jason.
Welcome to the show. Oh, we're going to have fun today. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Let's get started. Let's get started. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's going to be fun today. You'll see why in about 1 minute. But let's start with this, shall we? The Olympics kick off today over there on NBC, and they're trying... The Peacock is trying something new, and I swear this is not a joke. We're starting with this. They're putting heart rate monitors on the parents of Olympians and right? And they're showing the results on screen as they watch their kids compete. Now, it's not clear how many parents agreed to this ridiculousness, but reports are it's a way for NBC to add even more drama to the games. Yeah. Well, we like to copy things around here, so you may not know this, but the audience doesn't know it, but here at the Jason Show, we don't do heart scans, we do brain scans on our studio audience. And we do a scan right there, so we pick one audience member every show, and that's her right there, yeah. Yeah. We scan to see how many brain cells they lose during our show. Yeah. Let's get started. Leo, cue the music. Let's do this. Is off today. Filling in today is sidekick from Fargo, from Reba, from Young Sheldon, from Person, Place, or Thing. She was even an erotic dancer for a small time in the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Peterman. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing good.
You don't mind that I mentioned the erotic dancing in the 90s? No. Okay, yeah, I hope you don't mind about that.
People put it on and off Wikipedia. I just want people to know, so I'm glad. Good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
How you doing, friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I love being here.
I love having you here. Yeah.
I don't know. Am I to sit facing here?
No, you can look at me. No, yeah.
Okay.
And this is the last time. But look, by the way, the set's getting trashed. So if you want to take this home with you when you leave, you can do whatever. Take whatever you want. The plant.
I would love that. That would look great.
The couch.
Yes,
take the couch.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I do not want that bear. Is the bear here?
Oh, the body pillow bear.
The body pillow bear. I do not want that.
No, we won't give that to you. We're good.
Okay, good.
We're gonna burn that in the ceremony. And you know what? Take a vase back to Meredith Vieira too when you leave. Yeah, tell Meredith. Take whatever vase.
She'll keep her Chardonnay in there. It'll be perfect. It's about the right size.
How's Meredith doing? She doing well? I mean,
She's
other than the
doing
light
so great.
drinking. Yeah.
She's so fabulous. She is one of those, like I would say of you as well, that they make it look easy, and it's not. She is a class act. She makes everyone feel welcome. She's funny. She's a delight.
She is. Can I, no, I'm a little jealous, and we're going to get to Hot Dish, but I want to bring this up. I almost texted you, but I didn't, and I figured you might have posted it after it was over. I was so jealous of you. Like, I'm jealous of you sometimes. Like, we're friends, but I do have like, oh God, she's so lucky. You were in the garden, just sitting in the garden.
Yeah.
Just, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You're just sitting in the garden with Annie Potts.
I know. Whoa. Yep.
Designing women, Ghostbusters, Pretty in Pink.
I know.
You're just sitting in the Young Sheldon.
I know. We were on a little, I was hanging out with her and Rachel Bay Jones, who's also amazing as well, and you'll get to see her on the spinoff. But Annie Potts, like, there's moments, and I was with her earlier this week, and I just kept saying, I know you. I know you, Annie. I have your phone number. And
well, let's be clear, you're a big damn deal too.
No,
I'm just saying, but you know, there's no but. And Annie, though, I mean,
Annie Potts, for me, and I told her this after knowing her for a little bit, that I still remember that first day in Young Sheldon. I had a scene with Zoe at the bowling alley. It was Zoe and Annie. I was so terrified because I want to do well, because it's Chuck Lorre, the writing's so good, the show's good, and then I have to sit across from Annie Potts, and I was so like, please don't screw this up, and I just kept looking at her, Mary Jo Shively, and like everything, Ghostbusters, all those things, and she couldn't have been more. She goes, do you want to rehearse? And I go, yes, please, I'd like to rehearse over and over, and we did it, and she was so lovely, and truly, I treasure a friendship I have with her, because she's so smart and funny and wise, and I just love her. Yeah.
I give her my best.
I will.
I love her too.
I will.
Okay, we're gonna talk. There's so many things. Missy's so busy. We're gonna talk about her new show. We're gonna talk about Reba, the erotic dancing, everything. Yes. We're gonna get to all of that.
Top dollar for that.
That's right.
$1.
But let's get started. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it. Okay, let's get to some hot topics. First, putting rumors to rest. Oprah and Gayle King are speaking out about the ongoing rumor that they're big old lesbians. Now, the two sat down with Melinda, French Gates, on her show Moments That Make Us, and addressed this story that will just never go away. Wow. Watch this.
You know, for years, people used to say we were gay, or that we were, but and listen, we were up against that for forever.
No,
and people still say it.
And I used to say to Oprah, you got to do a show on this, because it's hard enough for me to get a date on Saturday night with people thinking we're gay.
Yeah.
Because if we were gay, we would tell you.
Again,
Yes. Right. Come on. I have said that. I've said that from the beginning. Oprah says she believes the rumor started because people aren't used to seeing two women with such a deep, trusting bond. I believe her. And I don't
That's
you believe...
sad, though. I find it sad that they can't just believe that, because I have to say in my life that your girlfriends are sometimes, they're the ones forever. Like, they are. They really are.
Yes.
And you're lucky if you've got 1 or 2 or 3 in your life that see you through all the seasons in your life. So, I mean, I think it's incredible that you have that, what, 50-year friendship?
Yes, 50.
That's incredible.
And to my friends in the lesbian, there's nothing, and even if you were lesbian,
yes, if they,
Missy and I love lesbians.
Yes.
I just want to be clear. Yeah.
Yes. and by the way, and you made such a great point, because the reality is Oprah has been so transparent with us over the years, which is why we love her, because she shares so many things. Why she would tell you if she was. They would tell you.
She would do a whole show.
Celebrate it. Yes, it would be wonderful.
Yes. It'd be like great. A parade of lesbians coming through the, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Oprah also revealed how important Gayle's support has been over the past 50 years since meeting Gayle one day while working together in Baltimore. Listen to this.
Oh my gosh.
When I was leaving Baltimore, I was about to turn 30. Everyone told me that I was walking into a landmine
mistake, yes,
by moving to Chicago. Gayle was the only person who said, I think you can do it. Mm-hmm. She said, I think you can beat Donahue. Phil Donahue was...
Yeah, I always try to include the youngins. Let me just give you a quick why that matters, why it's a big deal. Back in Missy knows this, in '86, everybody, Phil Donahue was everything. He was talk shows. Nobody was bigger, and Chicago was Phil Donahue's home city. Oprah was a local talk show host in Baltimore, was hired to go up against Donahue on a local show that I remember watching on WLS called AM Chicago. And everybody thought Oprah was walking into a trap, but Gail. And on day one of AM Chicago, she beat Donahue.
Wow.
Day one.
That's incredible.
And never stopped beating him. Never stopped. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, and here's the deal. It's unfortunate that we often remember, like we always can remember bad things that people say about us, which I wish we could forget those. But I'm telling you, those are very important when they say something good, when someone whispers something in your ear that stays with you forever, those are so important and they can be life-changing. So tell a young person, tell somebody, go like, you can do this, I believe in you, because you never know what that does. Like, and it's somebody who's not related to you, they're not your family, but somebody who you respect, believe, that says something to you, it can truly change the trajectory of your life.
Absolutely.
I believe that.
Do it. You can watch, by the way. You should. It's really great. Watch that whole interview on YouTube this weekend. We have a more hot dish. We have a story about a monkey.
I don't know.
That and more when we return.
How's
Back
the
after that.
Who's got the grandstand?
Over here. I'll introduce you. Let's go meet her. Talking about Melissa's new show on NBC coming up. But right now, though, more hot dish for you. Kevin Hart is calling it a night, calling it the night, rather, that helped change comedy. The Roast of Tom Brady on Netflix, hosted by Kevin, just earned an Emmy nomination for Best Variety Special. And on Thursday night on The Late Show, Kevin says the event had a bigger impact than we all realized. Listen to this.
There's been a tiptoeing approach to what Edge is or what it could be. And although in a time where I think we've been, you know, everybody's been put in a position to be more aware of feelings and more aware of the impact of words, which is unbelievably right? Like you should be aware. We should be respectful. But in doing that, I think there's also a balance in how you approach the craft of comedy. And it was sensitized. It was so sensitive for a moment that even the best of the best kind of stepped away for a second. In this roast, it has to be rough. It has to be hard edge. It has to be hard hitting.
It has to be incredibly uncomfortable.
It has to be, or else it's not a roast.
What's the hard?
No, that's the definition. I mean, it's not clear. The only thing we don't know about that is why was Kevin wearing sunglasses indoors? But Kevin's cool and he's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
You know comedians. I feel this way too. I love that roast. I'm not a I'm not falling on the fainting couch. When you watch a roast, you know what you're getting into.
And everyone's in on the joke. We know that it's supposed to be you're targeting that person and everyone in that room. I do agree. I think there has been a little bit of a shift where, you know, before, and I agree with him that we do need to take that words are important and be respectful. But we got to a place where I think it got so scary to do anything.
Overcorrection.
That comedy was very hard. How do you satirize something when you're afraid to like even talk about what we're trying to do satire with? It was very difficult. And I'm glad that we're realizing that we can all agree that sometimes funny is funny. It's just funny.
It's just funny.
You can be respectful and still be funny and still be edgy.
I always, I was going to say something else, but I want to get to this monkey story.
Oh, God. I don't.
Are you ready?
I don't know. I'm afraid.
Well, tell the audience why. You have a fear of chimpanzees.
I'm an animal lover. I love all animals, and I respect them. I respect chimpanzees. I respect monkeys. I think they should stay in the wild. I don't think anyone should be putting them in a cowboy hat or trying to, like, a bonnet or hanging out. They're not supposed to be in our homes or be our pets. They are wild. And also, they're this much of a DNA, just one DNA apart from driving a stick shift and running the country.
Well,
so they know that they could take over. So they're like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm not going to go clean and vacuum your rug. He's going to take a candlestick and bludgeon you. That's what I think.
Well,
Sorry.
I wanted you to tell the audience your fears because, now audience, I mean this. Executive producer Jeff would not let me see this, wouldn't let Missy see this until right now.
Oh, no.
Prepare yourself for this story, okay? How many remembers Tiger King from 4 years ago? Yeah. Okay, well, the team behind that series is back with a new show on HBO and Max. The This is a show called Chimp Crazy.
No. No.
Watch.
There is this culture of almost entirely women who raise chimpanzees and monkeys as if they're babies.
There is nothing like holding, loving, being around a chimp, especially Tonka. And I'll do anything to protect that primate, anything. Tonka and I just found each other. It was meant to be. It was just natural. And Tonka loved me as much as I love Tonka. It's like your love for God.
Tonka is about 5 seconds away. Wait, what?
Wait, no. We've been told to wait.
Okay.
Because there's more.
No. No.
Here's the end of the trailer.
Okay.
When things, according to what's being said in the teleprompter, when things get weird.
Get?
The chimpanzee lady now making national news.
A movie star chimp named Tonka and its disappearance. It all has the makings of a Hollywood plot, but no, this is real life.
I keep getting to be the bad guy here, and I'm tired of it.
When you're in love, your brain is out of control. There's chemicals and hormones and things happening to you that makes you irrational.
They're gonna have to bring sheriffs and everything that they can.
I've never seen her that passionate about anything in my life, ever. And that includes her own son.
Adult chimpanzees are incredibly dangerous.
It's insane when you think about it. It's insane.
They can throw me in jail for a year. I don't care. I would give anything that I had possession-wise up for that child. I would give my life for him. Chimps are my whole thing. You can shape them into being you.
Dream a little dream.
Please play her in a movie.
I'm going to. By the way, this is why I love you, because in my head, I was like, I've got two thoughts. Number one, I will do anything to play her in the movie. Just dream a little dream of me. Tonka and I are in love. Okay, also, I just flew in last night, and I'm pretty sure I saw Delta in 25F sitting on the plane next to me. He's just flying out of here. He's disappeared?
He's disappeared, right, Jeff? We don't know where the monkey is.
This was a while ago.
This was a while ago, okay.
Okay, again, they shouldn't be in cages. We shouldn't be using them as, like, they should be in the wild. They shouldn't be in your home. Like, yes, those babies, they are adorable, but they are wild creatures that have their own sense of society and whatever, and they need to be, they shouldn't be, he's huge.
Yes.
I mean, they change. They're not meant to be.
No, they're not meant to watch.
They don't want Captain Crunch, and they don't want to watch Real Housewives.
Maybe New York. Maybe they want to watch New York,
yes.
But I mean, yeah.
I mean, yes.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, like, because if you ever watch, like, real, like, documentaries about them, they are very complex. They are practically human. They are, like, truly, they are so smart, and they are not meant to be, like, part of a human household.
But to wrap it up.
No, we have to keep talking about this.
Here's what we learned so far with Missy being on the show. We love lesbians and we love chimps.
Yes.
That's right, yeah. We'll protect both at any cost.
Yes, they need to be protected.
Chimp Crazy starts streaming August 18th. Okay, now let's move on from the dish.
Can we? I don't think I can.
No, we're going to talk about you now.
Oh, okay, then we can.
Yeah. Besides being our celebrity sidekick for the day and eventually starring in the movie version of Chimp Crazy, Melissa will actually be starring in a brand new sitcom this fall on NBC. It is a reunion between Melissa and Reba. Watch.
There's been a little hiccup in Happy's will. It turns out you two are sisters.
Sisters? Hey, we said that exactly alike. I can't believe Daddy would do anything like that. He always said family is the most important thing.
Maybe that's why he started 2 of them.
We have a bar. No, I have a bar.
I'm just looking for a place where I belong.
Safe travels.
Happy's Place premieres in October over there on NBC.
Yes.
A, congratulations.
Thank you.
B, I'll start with a compliment. I told you this before. I'll say it right now to lead into you. I had a friend of mine in the audience for the taping of the pilot and said that it was great and you were fantastic.
Aww,
yeah. Tell us about your character.
I play Gabby. I work at Reba's bar. She had a bar. Her dad had a bar that she worked in. Happy. And I'm the bartender, longtime bartender, Gabby, which I believe that our showrunner, head writer, gave me the gift. He knows I'm very talkative, so I think he named me Gabby for something. I'm a little bit odd, of course. My character's probably from the Midwest, we've decided, and kind of a little lonely, looking for connection in a world where we connect all sorts of ways, but not really with people. So I feel like the bar is her family. Like, she considers herself like the therapist, sort of. Her patrons are her family, and Reba is. She wants to be closer with that character too, as well.
This is one of those questions that you get on the junkets when you're answering the same question 55,000 times. But you'll understand why I'm asking this. I'm sure you and Reba have been approached many times. You have done some reunions on various things. You did a movie. What came together? How did all the pieces come together to make you two Reba decide that you wanted this to be your reunion?
It was the timing. Like, I'd start to worry about it, like thinking, are we ever going to get to do something like this again? And Reba was always such a great leader. Like, when the time is right, it'll happen. And I think we had Kevin Abbott and Julie Abbott. Kevin was our original showrunner, and Julie is his wife. She came up with this idea. And
on Reba.
Yes, on Reba. Kevin was our original he was our guy on Reba, our writer. And so when we had him come in with this idea, he wrote a script. We loved it. Frankly, I was always on board. She could have said, meet me in the back alley. We're going to do a play, and I would have been there.
Yeah.
And then so they wrote it, worked on it. It was, it takes a couple years, and then brought it to places, and NBC was the home it landed at, and it just felt right. Like, I just trusted in Reba that when the time was right, it would happen. This script came together, this cast came together, and it's a whole new thing. It's us being whole new people. I was describing it at the TCA, sort of like repertory theater, when they were saying, how are you not going to be like the Barbara Jean and Reba thing again? It's like, well, we're the same actors with the same chemistry in a new play. And like, doing a new show. And I just love it, and I love this cast. I love this cast so much. We have, we've got Rex Lynn, who in real life, Reba is, that they're together, so that's really fun. And we're all 3 friends. And then we've got these new young people that are just amazing. Tokala, Beliza, and Pablo, who are hilarious and funny. And Beliza, who is plays her half-sister, is spectacular. Like, she can go up against Reba and make it seem just all really likable too. Like, she's great.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I just like to. I love. You know what I love? Because I'm old school, and I think the audience will be with me. I know that people have rang the death knell, and television writers have said, you know where I'm going. People have said, sitcoms shot in front of a studio audience are dead. It's a thing of the 80s and 90s. I don't believe that. I don't either. There's a different energy. Look at Raymond. Look at Friends. Look at going back to Laverne and Shirley. I don't think the format is dead.
I don't, and I think that, I think great writing and people you want to hang out out with, you'll always come find those programs. But I'll tell you what, after like what this world has sort of been through, we want to come in and taping in front of a live audience, it felt so great. And we want those laughs. We want those characters that feel familiar, stories that uplift you, make you feel good. And just, it still can be sharp and witty, but yes, sitcoms are not dead. We love them. What do we all go to? What do we watch when we want comfort? We go to our favorite sitcoms and we stream them over and over again.
Do you? Yeah.
That's what I do all the time.
Do you scan your audience's brains?
No, but I think we're going to start.
That's right. Happy's Place isn't the only show Melissa's has been going on. More on her 2 other big projects when we come back. And later, red wines that love to be cooled down. Yes. Yeah. Leslie Miller. Chillable Reds when we come back. I laugh. This background makes me laugh. This is a little meta, a little inside baseball, but if you've watched our show for a long time, you know that Missy was in our main show open for about a season.
Yeah.
Remember with the bear, with the body pillow bear.
Yeah, I do.
Can I tell them what you agreed to do? Can I?
Yes, please tell them. Yes.
Okay, Missy is so nice. And this means so much to me because you know I'm old school. I love a good open. I love themes. I like old classic TV. You know at the top of the open where it says the guy goes, here's Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not going to give you the set. I'm not going to show you, but the set's going to be very different. Melissa will be our new announcer. Yay! So she will be, yeah, she's agreed.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to do that. I mean, I was like, of course, absolutely. But also, you just said old school. I forgot to give you your gift. Oh. I have it. Where is it?
Oh, your gift?
I brought you a gift.
Did you? You did?
Yes.
You're my gift. Okay, Jeff's going to go get it.
Oh, good.
Jeff's running over there.
I think it's by the desk.
Under the desk. I think it's right. I saw them. There's Jeff. Thank you.
I didn't mean to derail the whole show.
No, it's okay. Come on.
Jeff can, I'll do this thing. And I think it's right back here. I love it. It's a Dallas jigsaw puzzle, and it's called The Alliance. And you can tell the story of what's going on there.
So this is Sue Ellen.
Yes.
Sue Ellen's married to JR, gets drunk and ruins every family gathering.
Yeah.
This is my crush. This is before I knew I was gay. This is Victoria Principal. She played Pam Ewing, married to Bobby Ewing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean this. I really am not joking. People have given me a lot of stuff. There's a JR thing that a woman gave me back there. You have managed to find, quite literally, one of the last things I do not own.
Yes!
Yeah, I don't have this puzzle.
I think I found it. I carried it with me. I think I found it in a thrift store in Utah, I think. And I was like, I have to get this home. I have to. And I love it. So I can't believe it. You have everything.
I really do. You have found the puzzle. There's a collection of puzzles. I don't have this one. And this is my favorite hairstyle of Linda's.
Oh,
right
good.
there. Yeah.
I love it.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, love. Going in the radio room where the Dallas album is.
Good,
yeah. Good. Okay. Let's brag on you a little bit.
Okay.
You're very busy, so we talked about Happy's Place.
Yes.
You don't look it, but you should be tired because you just filmed a new season of Person, Place, or Thing.
I just did.
Dramatic pause. Season 2?
Season 2. We just finished filming 180 episodes.
She did it in 2 days.
In 2 days. 2 days. Check my brain scan. And we did it, and it was lovely. And we filmed it in Atlanta, and I loved our first season. And we tweaked this. We tweaked the first game. The first when you walk.
The first round.
Yeah,
See,
the first round.
I'm tired. I'm here for you.
And I love it. I love the show so much, and we're having so much fun. And as much as I love season 1, I'm so excited for everyone to see season 2.
It's a hit. Let me brag on you. It's a hit. My family, mother-in-law loves it.
I love doing it, and I have to say, and you know this, people like, I think the secret of why you're good at what you do is I love meeting people. The contestants are so fun, and everyone's funny, everyone's interesting. You just have to give them a moment and some space to be themselves, and we have some really long running streaks in this, and record-breaking money is one in season 2, like record-breaking, where I think our big boss, Stephen Brown, is probably like, wait, what now?
Yeah, watch.
And we're like,
watch, he's gonna cut our budget now.
We're giving away all the money, all the money.
You know why? And I want to get to your other project. I've said this to you, and I've said it to the audience. I think part of the success is you and the simplicity of the format. Yeah. I think, Wheel of Fortune, hangman with a wheel. Yep. It's a great, easy format, and I love that. Okay, you're also doing something on the Hallmark channel. Will you tell the folks what you're doing?
I did. I did a show called Finding Mr. Christmas with Jonathan Bennett, and it's going to be streaming on Hallmark Plus, their new streaming service. Also, I think they're going to, and maybe I shouldn't say it, I think they might put the first 2 episodes on the Hallmark channel as well.
Oh, yeah, as they should, yeah.
And then so they'll want to stream. But I'm telling you, when Jonathan called me, this is Jonathan Bennett's dream child, and think of the idea of, it's sort of like if RuPaul's Drag Race came to Hallmark in a Hallmark way, where we're finding the next Hallmark hunk. These are 10 guys who want to be actors. Some maybe acted some acted a lot, some not at all, but their dream is to be a Hallmark star. And so we put them through challenges, and we find Mr. Christmas. And anyway, it's so lovely.
Can we sign up photographer Eric for season 2? Yeah. Over there.
And my favorite part about it is I knew it was going to be fun. I got so emotional. I fell in love with these young guys. Like, I felt like their aunt, because they were so vulnerable. They shared their dreams, and I'm going to tell you, it's done like the Hallmark way, where it is very. We don't try to showcase people at their worst. We showcase people at their best.
Yeah. Let's reframe that. Why don't we see? You felt like their hot aunt. Let's be clear. There we go. Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to say hot aunt.
That's right.
But they're lovely. It was really fun.
You can watch Person, Place, or Thing. Check your local listings, and Finding Mr. Christmas on Hallmark. Hallmark Plus.
It'll be holiday season. Hallmark Plus coming in probably somewhere near the holiday season. Don't know yet for sure.
You know them. They'll probably launch it the day after
tomorrow.
Halloween.
Yeah.
More with Melissa after the break. Back after this. Oh my God. Look at her. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sitting on the microphone.
Best audience.
They're the best. We have the best audiences, I'm telling you. Since Melissa is a game show host, of course we had to play a game of person, place, or thing with her. Okay. Now, usually she's the host, but today we're turning the tables. I'm going to give you clues about a person, place, or thing.
Got it.
Okay? Now, I'm not going to do as well as you do at this, because I might get the, I mean, obviously. But I might not get all the rules right. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Now, this person is, now, do I say what they are right away?
You can. Like, sometimes we say, I can tell you that this person is a singer.
Got it.
Or a musical artist. Like, you can do that.
Melissa?
Yes.
This person is an actress.
Okay. Is she alive?
Yes.
Is she over 50?
Yeah, yes.
Is she won an Oscar?
No.
Okay, so then it would be time for a clue, I believe.
She won a Tony Award in 1999.
Oh, okay. Was it a musical she won it for?
Yes. Thank you, BB.
Won a Tony
it's my phone a gay. I have to,
Oh my God. That's so genius.
You should get BB on your show as a phone a gay.
Yeah. Season 3.
Season 3.
Season 3, Stephen. Okay, it's won a Tony in 1999. Bernadette Peters.
No.
Is it Bette Midler?
No.
Is it Melissa Peterman?
No.
I only asked because I don't remember most
She
of the 90s.
was adopted and grew up singing gospel in church.
Adopted and she was adopted and grew up singing gospel in church. Jennifer Lewis? No.
She's your friend.
Oh, Reba McEntire. Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes!
Oh my gosh!
Oh God!
She just had her birthday.
I know.
She just had her birthday, and she's got a new show coming, and it's gonna. Well,
the Queen of Versailles. Yeah. Okay.
Happy birthday, Kristen.
One more.
Okay.
One more. Let me do a good one. Blah, 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 blah. Let's do this. This thing is a toy.
A toy. Is it? Does it have used batteries? Oh. Shame on all of you! Shame! We are
Show me
Midwesterners.
sex
We
toy.
do not do that. No, I was not even thinking that. That is the most normal question to ask. And I, as a fellow Minnesotan.
I'm going to give you the clue because you have 30 seconds that will get it for you. Ready? Rosie O'Donnell helped promote it on her show.
Koosh ball. Slinky.
No.
Did she throw the koosh balls?
Yeah, but it's still no.
Slinky.
Koosh balls doesn't have batteries.
Okay.
When squeezed 3 times, it shakes and vibrates.
I'm not walking into your trap. Is it a Tickle Me Elmo?
It is.
Yeah!
We'll be right back with Leslie Miller back after this.
Oh my God! We could have. I literally.
Oh God, my glasses are. Welcome back. Well, hi, I'm over here. Even though it's summer, that doesn't mean you should only be drinking white wine or rosé. There are still plenty of chillable red wines that are just as refreshing in the summer months. Here with more with her Leslie list. Give it up for the wine diva, Leslie Miller. Oh.
So nice to meet you.
You too.
Good. Try to follow that one, Leslie. That's right. Yeah.
I know.
Tickle me Elmo.
Dallas puzzles and battery operated.
Chillable reds.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this because I'm the person that will put an ice cube in a red, and people look at me and judge me a little bit.
Well.
Oh, I got judged right there.
My mom does it. Dar does it, and everybody leave her alone. I'm good. Yeah.
But I like the idea of knowing this, so I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's not about putting ice in your wine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about actually chilling things down. So here's the rule of thumb. If it is a lighter bodied red grape, then you can actually chill it down to about 50 to 52 degrees.
Okay.
And what it does is it kind of snaps up the fruit. One of these examples is Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is a light-bodied red grape, and it is so delicious when you chill it down just a titch, and it just kind of brightens up all of that snappy cherry strawberry fruit.
It's really good.
And isn't it fun to drink?
It is.
That's good.
It's so yummy.
It's really good. I was going to say Pinot Noir because that is a lighter, like a cab is
grape.
much heavier, right?
Right. The other grape that's
Yeah, there's more. Yeah.
there's more.
Missy, there's other ones to try. Yeah.
The other one that I love this time of year is, Jason knows this, I love the grape Gamay. It grew up in Beaujolais, but it's all over the West Coast. Gamay is light-bodied, so if you are a Pinophile, Pinot Noir fan, then you will, sorry. Battery operated.
Yeah, that's
right. Your show's changed, Jason.
So if you like Pinot Noir, Gamay is also your pal, and this is just like...
Oh, that's very different. I'm sorry, is Gamay the grape? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Don't you like that?
I do like
that. This is
so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like raspberry Smuckers, but dry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really does.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's just like cracking open that jar. This is actually a grape because I was just in Italy a few weeks ago, and I'm obsessed with Alto Adige in the north. And this is a grape called Schiava. And Schiava is also a light-bodied grape that you would consume very very chilled, actually, in Italy, with tons of caprese. So you'd have tomatoes and mozzarella, basil, and this is definitely a little spicier. And you have that really sort of bright, sort of chirpy edge to it.
And how cool can you get this?
I would do probably right at that 50 zone.
Okay.
Now,
That's what I would have
do we
said.
want you do we want you throwing a meat thermometer into this? Like, you know, no, we don't.
No.
Don't be that person, right? But you can feel that there is a tactile sensation to this that really brings some joy, I think, to the palate.
It does.
That's just really delicious.
There hasn't been one that I wouldn't consume.
I would say that the gamay is kind of my
gamay.
What?
Yeah.
The gamay?
The gamay. What are you doing behind me?
Nothing, I swear. Yeah.
This looks like your table after like.
No, I know. Which one's next?
So I'm going to have you each try one of each here. So Jason, you're going to try the pomalo.
Okay.
Okay, and so the next one is Lubanzi, and this is the grape Cinso. And Cinso never gets enough love. It's a
Are we
French
both drinking the
grape.
same thing?
You're having actually Plavina from Croatia.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is very unique.
Yeah, people love it's also pomelo means take it easy, and you have a beach scene on the front of the bottle. Just means like chill.
Is this
chill
what I have
out?
too?
Yeah, just and everything's like $16, $17 here. So
You know what? You're gonna. We got to get to the last one, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling cinnamon notes in this. Am I wrong?
It has like that a little bit of that spice going on. Yeah.
It's good.
I'm smelling cinnamon notes as well, Jason. Oh, and just a tiny, like a breath of a banana muffin.
That's right, yeah.
Last but not least, you have to drink this new. Okay, we've done box wine on the show. It's been so popular, but this is the new Boxy Red. It is made by Field Recordings. You stick this baby in the fridge, and look out. You are going to be. It's 4 bottles, so you just have to be.
4 bottles of that, Missy.
Yeah. Wow. It is so cute.
Leslie, tell Melissa how long a box
wine
will last.
You know, realistically.
Not that it'll last long in your house, but I'm just saying. But yeah.
6 weeks, and then Jason and I always look at each other and say
3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean that it stays fresh that long? Like when it's
does,
open
because
that long?
there's no oxygen getting inside.
That's really good.
And remember that box is now, it's a whole new era. There's beautiful high-end wines like this going in, and this is literally $10 a bottle inside of that box. So you can keep this around for $40, 6 weeks. It's a banger.
And can I ask another thing? Just sangria, is that something that you would you ever use any of these with that, or are they just so great on their own? You would never want to like put fruit in there or anything?
I would do a sangria on its own. You certainly could, but these are so delicious to just like throw in your
you don't want to
basket.
add. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and enjoy with Sammy's and grill goods and all kinds of stuff.
Give it up for Leslie Miller. Find these wines at the great store, sipbetter.com, when you visit the Twin Cities. Stop by in the North Loop. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Meet our final JVIP of the week. It's Heidi from Coon Rapids, Minnesota. She loves everything about our show and loves it. Loves Fallon, calling us the dynamic duo. Heidi gets a mug and a chance to win the monthly grand prize. That's a $150 gift certificate to Becker Furniture and a $250 gift certificate to Renew Med Spa. We'll be right back to wrap things up right after this. Oh, that hour went fast. It's done.
I don't want to be done.
Too fast.
I don't want to be done.
Too fast. Really quick, I say it all the time. I have my list of my favorite celebrities, the nicest. People always ask, who's the nicest? This one is always at the top of that list. Always the nicest. Always.
It's mutual.
And now that I've complimented you, Missy, you had a surprise for me. I have a surprise for you. Bring it in, Bjorn.
No.
It's the body pillow.
Not today, Satan. Not today. First of all, I'll tell you what, though. Compared to Tonka, I'll take it. Like, this is... You know what? I'm learning to love him.
I know. Check your local listings for person, place, or thing. That's going to do it for us this week. If you're a kid and you're being bullied, go out there and be yourself. Because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a fantastic week. Thanks to this audience. Thanks to you. We'll see you Monday.